And coming up next is the Jets' rocket arm quarterback. He's coming off a quality showing last week. Well over 300 yards in that one. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into play. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their 6th-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Raymond. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Take it at the 37. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Here's the option going left on second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Looking to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Jets at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
First and goal at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. Raymond. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Raymond. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. His 4th catch already in this 1st quarter. It's a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Raymond. And his throw here is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Raymond steps away to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New England's offense set to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. Good footwork at the 30, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Raymond. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then, because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside, as he did there.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
2nd down at 7. Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Raymond. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going. On 1st down, Raymond. Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free. Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that whenever
he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And New York set to take the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And that'll be incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On 3rd down, Raymond. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Raymond. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And New York set to take the field.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Now a dump off here complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Right back to him on first down. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. On second down now, it's Morgan, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New England trying to get to place on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw on second down, Raymond.
He's got long over the middle, complete.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd and 2, Raymond. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 23-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Here's Jake Bailey now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Raymond. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Raymond. He'll find Metcalf.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on 1st down. 5. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Raymond. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To throw on 3rd down. Raymond. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on third. They had more guys than they could block. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And New York set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second and 4. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you get the feeling, Charles, he'll get the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. He's still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have the Jets 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get to it possessions.
Downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Back to throw. Raymond. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Raymond. And his throw is going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Raymond. He finds his man. Complete. It's long.
And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 74 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you've got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback scoring on a 2-yard keeper.
And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's short.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Raymond. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Pass on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now out come the Patriots.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing to start the drive, Raymond. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw on 2nd down, Raymond. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing on 1st down, Raymond. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Raymond over the middle, complete. That's short. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Raymond. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Back to throw. Raymond throwing the out route, incomplete. That's long. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On third down, Raymond. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
As far as third down plays go, that's not going to be one where you say, hey, let's run that one back.
No, I think right now the play caller, he's either circling that one or highlighting it or whatever to know not to call that one again. It's going to be a heck of a postmortem with the head coach to try and defend that one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Fourth down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
And now out come the Jets. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Play action. Raymond. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
From the gun on third down, Raymond. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And New York set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On 1st and 10, Raymond. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw on 2nd down, Raymond looking middle, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
To throw on 3rd down, Raymond. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.